Hi, everyone. I'm Simone Simpson from Wondering Yoga Cafe Entertainment, and I want to welcome you to our 30-day, one meal a day challenge. Today is day 5. Oh my goodness, 5 days, one meal a day. How are you feeling? Are you noticing extra energy, clarity of mind? Are you noticing maybe feeling like you want to eat, but if you lay your hand on your stomach, you're not actually hungry? Eating becomes a habit for me. I realize that sometimes I feel like I want to eat when actually what my body wants is a change of scenery. Like I've been working for too long and my body just wants to get up, maybe go run up and down the stairs, do a little yoga. That's my yoga studio. Just a change of scenery. So getting up and getting food would absolutely create that. And so just simply replacing it with doing some stair work, doing some yoga, 5-10 minutes of yoga. It's wonderful. I'm going to post some couple of 5 and 10-minute yoga series just so that you have that. I'm a certified Ashtanga yoga instructor, so I think that will be a really good thing to incorporate once you have that approval from your healthcare provider. So today, again, is day 5 of our 30-day, one meal a day challenge. And I'm hoping that you've done your homework, which is to weigh yourself and get 4 pics of yourself, pictures, and 4 measurements. So pictures front and back, left and right side, and the measurements, your waist, your chest, like your nipple line area around your chest, and 2 other measurements. Your hips would be a good one, and then just choose the last one. And that way you have those. Definitely wanting to get that done during this first week. We're on day 5. You've got 2 more days. For those of you who have not yet done it, you said I didn't do it? Okay. That's true, I didn't. I can't get into my app. My cell phone memory is full, and I really need to get a new phone. I've been the drama behind that. I'm like, I need a personal assistant because I want to know what's the best rate. Should I just buy it on Amazon or should I get it from Apple? So anyway, so my memory is full. I can't get into the app, and I don't want to just weigh the scale that I have is linked to my app. So I'll get that done. Today's day 5. Yeah, I've got 2 more days. So I'll get it done. I'll get it done. You have to get it done during the first week. It's imperative because we really want to see those numbers and how they're changing. I know that I'm feeling different. I can tell when I get up, when I get out of bed, I'm like, wow, like it's easier to get up. My stomach feels flatter. So that is something I'm really enjoying. And so leave it in the comments what you're noticing on day 5, how you're feeling, what time are you eating, what time works best for you. I changed my work day. I decided to start working at 6 a.m. versus 8 a.m. And I love it because by the time I really wake up, it's like 9:30 and like I'm already almost halfway through my workday. It's incredible because when I start, it's dark outside, and I'm not really sleepy when I start because I get up and I meditate for an hour and a half before, and then I have another hour before work. But still, when you're talking and functioning in that capacity, it's different than meditation and then getting ready for work, listening to inspirational workshops, listening to the one meal a day challenge videos. So it's a little different once you start talking to clients and interacting. So I really enjoy that. So by beginning work at 6 a.m., I also changed the time that I eat to 1 o'clock versus 3. So, but that was really interesting because today I noticed I wasn't really hungry, and I came downstairs, I prepared. I want to show you what I had today. Let me show you. It was delicious. Okay, so what I had today was this. So these are smoky Southwest plant-based protein tacos. And that's what I had today. I'm going to stick a link below so that if you want to order some of these meal plans, you can get a discount. So I'll stick a link below. But this is what I had, and I have 4 meals that come a week, and everything is pre-measured, etc. And then instructions on the back of the card of how to make it. So I had this today. I had a little bit of a question because the plant-based protein was made from soy, and the soy is something that I absolutely removed from my diet. That was on my do not eat list. And I heard some other information about soy maybe a couple of weeks ago, but I still want to do my own research to get the information. It was from a physician's assistant, so I don't know where she got her information. She said she's working on her PhD, but everyone comes from a different place with information, and she's a meat eater, so soy isn't something that's a large part of her diet, and she's probably eating edamame if she goes and has sushi once every 3 months. So versus for strict vegetarians, soy can easily be every day, twice a day, 3 times a day. So this is the first time I've had soy in, goodness, quite some time. I had some maybe a year ago. I went to a friend's house for a dinner and she made like soy burgers, and I thought, oh wow, but I had it then. And it's okay to have once in a while if you're okay with eating it. What you don't want to do, or what I don't want to do, is have that hesitation, that bit of wobble. Oh, I don't want to eat it, but I eat it. That's the space I don't want to have a meal in. But it was delicious. So it came with cheese. I didn't put the cheese on it because dairy is something that I basically removed from my diet. I do butter sometimes, like grass-fed, pasture-raised butter, but the cheese is something that I removed. There was sour cream, 2 packets of sour cream. I did include one, but I thought about it even after, and I was like, that would have probably been a little bit better without the sour cream. So you can easily remove the dairy. For those of you that don't do dairy or who are reducing the dairy, you can do that with these. But I got them for the variety because I got to a point where I was having beans every day, and I was like, okay, I've got to have some variety. And then I was looking at a couple of things. So anyway, I ordered these. They're great. So I started cooking at 1, prepping at 1, and I probably didn't eat. I think it was a little bit after 2 when I sat down to eat, but I wasn't hungry. Like, it's only been 5 days. Like when I first started, I was ravenous. When I was prepping, I would eat. I actually even would make beans, and I'd eat a bowl of beans while I was prepping my meal. And because I would have to eat exactly at that time. And now it's just feels good to know, okay, it's time for me to eat, and I'm prepping my food. So this is what I had today. My options for tomorrow. So I have 3 more meals. I have a Southwest mushroom black bean salad. I have kidney bean patties. That looks delicious. And then I have a Greek style spaghetti squash. So those are my 3 other meals that I have. So what I usually do is decide in the morning, because your body kind of lets you know what it needs. And I'll look in the morning and my body, the salad's looking good. I think there's kale with that. And that looks, yeah, there is. That looks really good. So I'll decide tomorrow what to have, but that's what I ate. And I want to give you an update on my mom. Remember, she was in the hospital. She's back at home. I had some worry yesterday. Just a strong asking of where I wanted her to be, where I wanted to be, what I wanted, the help that I wanted, the assistance that I wanted, and everything ended up working out perfectly. So having that strong desire of where you want to go, overpowering and being much stronger than letting a little worry slip in. I was seeing what was going on, and I was like, no, this is where she's going. I know what food can do. I know what 1 meal a day can do. And so I was like, I'm in charge of food now. So that part was good. But then I didn't know what she really wanted. And that's why I was concerned, because you never really know what's in someone's heart, what it is they're wanting. I know that I had an illness a couple of years ago. My lungs shut down, stopped working. A large portion of them died, and I died. But I knew when I came back and I was in the hospital, total of a month, I knew I was going to be here. I knew I was going to, and all I was thinking to myself, because the doctors had no idea what was going on. All I was thinking to myself silently while they would come in my room was, I'm going to be here. You guys figure this out, because I'm going to be here. They didn't know what I was thinking, but I did. And so that was my concern with my mom. I was like, didn't, but anyway, we're at today and she's much better. So yesterday I was like, she's going to intermittent fast with me. I'm making her food. She'll eat with me. Our eating window will be 1 o'clock. So today I get up at 4, meditate, 5 or so, getting ready for work. I do work from home, but I still get ready for work. I change clothes, wash my face, brush my teeth. I shower at night. So as a European in me. So I was getting dressed. I always listen to an inspiring workshop in the morning. Love listening to just something inspiring in the morning. It's really important. So that's going to be our tip for today, is listening to the one meal a day workshops that we're doing so that you're inspired for your day. And that's really nice to play in the background while you're getting ready. But I was like, yeah, she's fasting. We're doing 1 meal a day. And so by 6 o'clock, I started work. I was in my office. And by like 7:30, she came in my office. She's like, hey, what's going on in here? And I'm like, hi. And she said, I'm going downstairs to eat. I said, are you hungry? She's like, I just want to eat. So she's she did intermittent fasting for 1 day. But it did make a difference. But I mean, I'm not forcing her to do anything. She intermittent fasted when she didn't have the strength to get up and cook. And now she's up, which is good. And as I said, that desire, that drive, that hunger, that hunt, like she's hunting. She woke up hunting and wanting to come downstairs to eat. If I were bringing her food on a tray, she wouldn't have gotten the little bit of exercise she gets just from getting up, coming downstairs, getting her food, putting it on a plate, and then eventually going back up. Like, she wouldn't have gotten that exercise. So it's like she's getting that. And if she's getting that bit of exercise, so she came down and ate, so she's no longer intermittent fasting. But what I did decide is that I'm going to remove meat from her diet. And I told her that today. There's a over 40-year study on cancer. And what the doctor what he determined is that it's unable to live in the body if there are no animal products in the body. And he was studying people who lived in small villages in China, and there were 0 cases of cancer. And so he studied that over years and decades. And then some of them, for one reason or other, would end up moving to the States, and then they would develop cancer at the same rates that people who live in the States develop cancer. And so he studied and found it was the animal products, because the people in the villages, they didn't have the money to eat animal products. So they were eating a 100% strict vegetarian diet. So I told my mom that. I said, you can eat when you want. You really have to stick to one modality. Find that there are many different modalities that will allow your body to heal. You've got to stick to one. I really love the Wild Fit plan that we're doing. Check out the website, snapbackbodywild.com. There's a link below. We have a 90-day challenge, and that's where I healed my lungs, with the food program that we're doing with that program. But you stick with one modality and your body will heal. So my mom just likes to eat throughout the day. And I'm like, you're going to love the Snapback Body Wild 90-day challenge, because you can eat whenever you want. There are no restrictions on eating when you eat. So that works really well. But for her, because of the type of healing, the thought just came in today, remove animal products. It's something that we've got to do. It's urgent. So that's what we're going to do. And it's kind of like, I'm a certified Ashtanga teacher. Ashtanga does heal the body. However, when I talk to people who have something that's more severe, more acute, I say go to Bikram, because it's quicker, and then go to Ashtanga, because Ashtanga, you can maintain that practice for years. Bikram is, for me, it was, twice a day, 2 a day, as many days. I was doing that for about 1.5 years. It's very healing, but that's how I feel about this program. Is definitely the foods we're getting on the program, the Snapback Body Wild. What we're doing with that Wild Fit is healing. It healed my lungs, my cholesterol, triglycerides, pressure, sugar, all of that. But with what's going on with my mom, I'm like, it's specific. Let's remove the animal products. They're not that big. They're not that big of a deal. We'll remove them for 1 year. and we'll see what happens and we'll go from there. So that's what we're doing with her foods, because she just wants to eat when she eats. Then she had the dinner with me, and there are 2 servings. I have 2 servings delivered. So I was shocked. She had just finished eating she had chicken noodle soup and a sandwich, an egg salad sandwich. And I was like, Mom, do you want some of the veggie burritos, veggie tacos? And she's like, yes. So I made her one, and then I said, you want another one? Yes. Okay. So I made her another one, and she really loved it. So that was good. So that's my mom. She's doing much better. Again, the RN who came yesterday, she said she works in acute care, and there are many patients who've had the little sickness that my mom had, and they get severe brain fog, and it just takes a while to work its way out because they get an infection in their brain. And so that is what I was witnessing, along with my mom, who's never ever told me she was sick. So she wasn't saying how she was feeling. So I just had some concerns. And in the back of my head, I kept hearing the thought, don't spend time worrying because it'll probably never happen anyway. But still, I did a little bit. But things are going well today. I'm happy. I had an amazing day at work. I really increased my productivity. I had a meeting the other day with one of the regional directors, and my intention going into that meeting was to come out of it with six items that I can do, that I can change to be more productive, more in alignment with what direction our company is going in. It's a technologies firm. We're like Google, we're like Apple. We just change at the drop of a hat. So it's nothing where, oh, you're doing your job, and it's nothing like it was even 2 years ago. And that's what I love about it. I really love change. However, I needed to strategize, but I needed to meet with someone at that level because they have access to different information that I need as I'm creating my strategy. So it was really good. So we're going to meet every week. And I told him, I said, great, you can be my coach. And I said, and I don't have to pay you. And he was just talking to me about how hard it is. And, people have to change and they have trouble. And I was like, not me. I said, I spent $26,000 last year on personal development. Like, I went to 3 workshops and did 1 training class. I said, that's what I do in my free time. That's what I do when I take vacations from work. I love it. So then he was really curious about where I'd gone. And I told him a little bit, but not exactly, just because it goes a little more into really who I am than I want to go into at work. And, but I gave him the generalities so that he got an idea, but nothing clear. But yeah, so work was amazing. The goal that I set today, I met that. And again, starting at 6 a.m. is just fantastic. My sales were up, just amazing sale day, because number one, starting early, that way it feels to me that it takes a couple of hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours to get really warmed up. So if right now I'm in my Vegas house, if I talk to a client who calls me at 11:30, they're headed to lunch. Let's say they got up at 6 and I'm just getting warmed up. We're not vibing the same way. And it's just not going to go well, the conversation. However, with me starting work at 6, by the time they call in, I'm ready to go. And not only that, if they call in at 9 o'clock their time, 6 Vegas time, I've already meditated for 1.5 hours, had another hour listening to inspirational workshops as I was getting ready for work, had some time for yoga. I'm still vibing higher than what they probably are if they just got up maybe 8. Oh, goodness, I can't even imagine getting up and eating. Like, wow, maybe got up 8, then had coffee on top of that, and then came into work. So they're just feeling dragging because their body's spending all that time digesting food. So that's what I did today as far as work. Very productive day. I sent over my metrics to the regional director because I was really excited that I met those. So he was like, wow, this is amazing. And I didn't set sales as a metric. I'm really good at that component of it, but my sales were up like doubled almost. So that was really good. So work was really good today. And the tip for today, I wanted to talk about intermittent fasting and building muscle. Intermittent fasting builds muscle while it burns fat for fuel. And that's what I noticed. This is day 5 of our challenge, but I played around with intermittent fasting for 2 weeks before I started this challenge. And I remember feeling my thighs and going, wow, they just feel more solid. Like I was like, part of that I know was less inflammation, the fluid releases from the kidneys, the water and the salt when you intermittent fast. But as part of that was that starts after 4 hours after you've eaten. But another part was I was feeling the increase in muscle, and I was like feeling my thighs like, wow, they really feel solid. This is nice. So that felt good. So that's our tip for today. That more growth hormone is released when you fast, and growth hormone builds muscle. So that's our tip for today. And so it's really good for muscle. I know a lot of us who've done calorie restriction diets, we know that you get less muscle when you calorie restrict because your muscles start getting used for fuel and your body starts eating it. So you end up with less muscle. So you might weigh less on the scale, but actually you're losing muscle. And so that's something that happens with calorie restriction. With intermittent fasting, you build muscle, you burn fat. So that's the direction you want to go in. And that's another reason why it's good to have a scale that measures your muscle mass, your water, your fat, so that you can look at those percentages and see the changes each week. So that's another important tip. And our trick for the day is in the mornings when you're getting ready. That is a valuable, 20 to 60 minutes of getting ready in the mornings. That's valuable time to listen to an inspirational video. So these 1 meal a day videos, listen to them in the morning when you're getting ready. Put it on in the background while you're getting ready, that 20 to 60 minutes. I've even played videos at times when I'm practicing yoga. Just depends on what I feel like. Sometimes my body's like, I don't want to hear anything. And sometimes I think, okay, that's fine, whatever. Sometimes I'm like, I really want to hear yoga music. But when I can, I listen to something inspirational, and that's really good. Once I get through the beginning asanas, then I'm usually a little more flexible with what I can play while I'm practicing. But those beginning asanas, I'm really focused on my breath and my postures, getting into them. But once I finish the sun salutation series in the beginning, Sirinaskama A and Sirinaskama B, once I finish that, then the music comes in, or the workshops. So that's a tip in the morning. Just play your videos, the 1 meal a day videos, while you're getting ready. then that dips inspiration in for your day with what you're doing. It's like we're doing this together. So we're friends, you're watching this in the morning, and you're getting your inspiration for the day. So that's our trick for the day. And our quote for today, goodness, this one really hits home, but there is nothing more important than that you feel good. That is an Abraham Hicks quote. There is nothing more important than that you feel good. And that's something that when I had the wobble, when my mom was in the hospital, I call wobble. That's something I get from Abraham Hicks, kind of when you're feeling wobbling from feeling good to not feeling good. That's a little bit of wobble. And so that's when I had a little wobble, I knew, I'm like, I've got to get my mental state right. I have to feel good. That's the only way to get through this, and I kind of was like, well, I'm kind of alone in this, but every person I thought of that I could call, I'm like, they have a downtrodden mindset, a victim mindset. So many people love to, oh yeah, come to this corner, in this corner, and they want to talk about how bad it is there. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted to, like I told my friend Veronica, she was like, your mom's going to be fine. She didn't say fine. No, that was another friend who said it, but it was like, she's going to be perfect, and that meant the perfect place for my mom, that's how this is going to be. But yeah, so there is nothing more important than that you feel good, and getting through anything, you have to do it feeling good. I mean, I just get my mindset right before I deal with anything. Even before I met with the regional director, I was like, I've got to get my mindset right. I was like, I have to get my mindset right on what I feel about this meeting, how I want to view how I can get him to help me in this meeting. I just wanted to make sure I was feeling positive flow in all directions before I went to the meeting. And that way I can get the most out of it. And I did. It was a really good meeting. So thank you so much for being here today, day 5. And I'll put some links below, one for the meal plan in case you're wanting the meal plan. I just love the variety, and it really is quick. It takes about a half hour to prep the food and then get it cooked. And then you're eating, and there's a lot of variety. And then within that, you can decide once you join the challenge. I'm hoping that you will join the 90-day challenge. There's another link below for snapbackbodywild.com. Check that out. You get a discount for being part of this challenge to join the 90-day challenge. But on that, we really talk about different foods. It will change the way you think about food. It's a transformational health program. And going on that, then you can decide, do I want to continue with the meal plan? Do I want to switch to, they have paleo options, they have keto options. I wanted to do the keto, but there was a lot of dairy and a lot of meat. And I'm like trying to kind of decide like how I can fit my eating into this. But I think I'm going to end up having to kind of creating my own meal plan and my own meal kit, because there are foods that I would like to have that aren't really here. And it would be nice to have an option, you know, for something other than cheese and dairy and things like that. So I'll put links below, one for Snapback Body Wild and one for the meal plan. It's a discount code, so you can get a discount. I love discounts. I mean, they add up over the years. It's really nice. So I'll put those links below so you'll have those. And any questions, leave them in the comments. Let me know that you've joined this. This is really amazing. I would love to just see your comments. I will answer any questions that you have. Love to have you in the 90-day challenge as well. It is transformational. It is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. So there you go. And then becoming a coach. But that wasn't really a decision. When I saw the healing that it did for me, I said, I have a responsibility to share this, that it would almost be unfair to the world for me not to become a coach. Now that I know what I know, I can't unknow it. And I'm living my life this way now. And I must share this. And so that's why I became a coach. And yeah, so thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. And thank you for being a part of this. Hoping that you have had a lovely day 5. And I will see you on day 6. I'm Simone Simpson from Wondering Yoga Cafe Entertainment. This is our 30-day 1 meal a day challenge. We're eating between 1 and 2 hours is the ideal time frame for that, between 1 and 2 hours. And I will see you tomorrow. Namaste. This is me without makeup, except lip gloss. I always have lip gloss. See, that's what happens when you need to turn the recording off. You just start saying everything.